the business, you know, this is known as a sort of, how can you put this nicely, bracing the audience that have supported you well in advance to let them know that things may be not going as swimmingly as you first pointed out. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. By the way, if you wonder what this building is behind me here, this is the Home Office of the United Kingdom. This is the head office where our current British Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, apparently plots to smash the gangs and stop all those people entering the United Kingdom on a regular basis. Looks busy, doesn't it? Yes. I'll just leave it there, shall we? Yeah, I'm saying no more at this point. Now, let's get back to your royal story of the day. It's a funny thing, we all expected this. You see, if you think about it, at the start of this year, and then, of course, after writing in the sand 2025, Meghan Markle decided, well, to put out a video to tell you exactly why she changed the name of her company. If you remember, originally it was American Riviera Orchard, and this was all going to be marvellous, and there was a fuzzy video, we all know that story. And then Meghan decided, and this is the thing, right, let me share this with you. Her team tell her everything, every single facet about the social media backlashes, the people that are making reports, including myself, about what they're saying, what they're doing. And you see what Meghan's done recently, particularly with her own individual podcast with, of course, female founders, flounders, whatever it's called. The bottom line is that she's addressing all of those rumours, including the fact that she put on 65 pounds, etc. during both her pregnancies, but she chose to wear pointy high heels. She's kind of kicking back, but in a very subtle way to say, I know the stories out there, I'm not going to address them, I'm just going to tell you why I did this. And that's truly the idea, if you like, the plot, for want of a better word, as to why she's also decided to reveal this about her own, shall we say, experiences as a business person. As you now know, it's over a month since, really, anything's happened with her jams, her plots, her teas, whatever she's selling over on the As Ever brand. And if you remember when she said, and this was a pivotal thing, she said, well, everybody knows jam's my thing, right? She stated that as a fact. Well, clearly not, because now she's decided to sort of tentatively let you know that actually she may be moving on from that, regrouping, etc. Why? Quite simply, it costs too much. There's been no business plan, there's been no CEO, and there's been nobody truly directing it other than Meghan. Now, I don't wish her ill. You know, business is business and it's very hard, whatever you're doing. But you could see from the ridiculous boxes that they were putting the jams in that it was never going to be cost effective, because it's just not, you know. What you have to have some use for that particular box if you're going to spend that much money on it, right? You've got to do it. And consequently, what's gone in there is a lot of Harry's money, and one might suggest, of course, not a huge return. Now, yes, the very small release products that she put out there have sold out. Basically, what she's saying is that, you know, in very polite terms, Netflix aren't going to fund anything anymore, and they've decided you're on your own. The idea of teaming up for her shop via Netflix seems to have also hit the skids. And now, once again, Meghan is talking about relaunching in next year, possibly going into a totally different direction as to what she was pumping around less than, 2.5 months ago, including the launch, if you recall, of her website, where she was so excited and all of that sort of stuff. The true story is literally there has been no take-up, there's been no investments coming forward. Nobody wants to pump a lot of money into this brand. And normally what you do at this point is you get feelers out there. People think this could be good, this could be hot, let's get some money into it. Sadly for Meghan, that hasn't come out. And more importantly, you know, do you want to keep running at a loss, making these things? And consequently, now she will believe, a little bit like a 40 times 40 and all the other things that she's done, these will become collector's items. For people like Meghan, it's playing at it. It's never going to be a true business, you know, formula. She knew this was never going to take off. But the other side of it now is she's threatening to do something totally different. And when you look at the stats, you can understand why. But truly, if you thought As Ever was going to come back in this formation, it's going to have once again a radical overhaul, which will take some time. And even if Meghan does come back, some sources suggest it might be minus the jams. And apparently, That's all because of the critiques that happened with people literally taking it out, unboxing it, and even chat show hosts mocking it online. Meghan is incredibly sensitive to stuff like that, but more importantly, the other side of the coin, as ever, as I like to tell you, is there's no radical investment. And with Harry's rather amazingly high bill for his own security failure, they don't necessarily have the cash to splash to make sure they keep pumping it into a failing business, however you want to dress it up. Neil Sean, the Home Office in the very heart of London.